Welcome to the Kool, the Kareem Matthews podcast. I'm Kareem Matthews. I'm here with my dude, my boy, my Ramley, point guard extraordinaire, fake ass DJ, world traveler, Mr. Rodney Lusain.
And bad luck, Laker fan, but I'm gonna go on and get this off.
Imperial Highway. Yeah, we gonna get a copyright for sure on that one. What I
So
love though is that can go for all Laker teams, all LA teams. You know what I'm saying? They play in the Dodger games too.
yeah, and I can't remember who claimed it first. Like I think I've heard them say it used to be played at Showtime Laker games back in the day.
Mm,
I don't
okay.
really remember that.
Who sings that song?
Randy Newman.
Because I feel like he got to be getting paid for that. And if you say they played it during the Showtime Laker years, he been getting
Right.
spins on that for 40 years.
Nah, he that dude. I mean, he got so many songs.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, crazy.
Mm.
Because
I
he,
feel
I
like he
think
could.
he was in Van Halen.
Uh, okay. Nah, that makes sense. I'm about to say, because I feel like even if he was a one hit wonder with that one song, he should still be eating.
Far from it.
He said, "Oh, he
Far,
got a
far, far.
catalog.
I
That's
love LA.
crazy."
It was 1983.
That's when it came out. Nah, and that would fit right with the Showtime Lakers.
Right. I felt like I fell in love with the song at the end of Dodger games. Like that's when I was like, "Oh, this is my shit."
Right. Nah, because when you just played it just now, it reminded me of some Laker either pregame or postgame show shit. When it first came on, that's what it sounded like. But then it wasn't that song. You know the song I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Right, right.
But it do still have a Laker twang to it. I don't know. It's all LA, really, though. You know what I'm saying? It's just it fits at the end of any LA victory.
Right, right. Nah. Um, and I like that the Rams they recognize that they third in line with that shit. So they'll play some other shit, like they'll play "The Living Die in L.A." by Tupac. Like they'll
All
usually
right.
follow "I Love in L.A." I love L.A. with the Tupac shit.
Right. Don't
And
they play all we do is win, win, win too? All we do is win, 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 no matter what.
yeah, I don't that they might, but that for some reason that brings to mind USC games
Oh, is that right?
for me.
They play that there?
Yeah.
Mm.
Um, but nah, shit, the Lakers got it done, huh?
Right. I was just about to say, you were saying how you the Laker jinx, but they pulled it off. They just showing the standings now. They in third. You know what I'm saying? They a game and a half up on the Rockets, who's in fourth. And now they own the tiebreaker over the Rockets and the Nuggets and the T-Wolves.
And they play the Rockets again tomorrow, right? Or their next
Right.
game is in Houston.
Against the Rockets, right? It may not be tomorrow, but they playing them a doubleheader. Yeah, 2 games. So they own the tiebreaker against 4, 5, and 6 under them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's crazy though, because they finished third last year.
Right.
And it's crazy that they the third, because it seems surprising that they the third seed right now, but it's like, damn, they was the third seed last year and went out first round.
Nah, and they pretty much had the same damn record. I mean, what did they? We 43-25, so we was 41-25, obviously 2 games ago, and last year we was 41-25 at some point.
Mm.
So Our record is approximately the same as it was last year.
And we in the same spot pretty much as we was last year, the 3 seed. I don't know why.
Right.
I don't know why it don't feel the same.
Because it's a big ass gap between 2 and 3.
Right.
I don't know. I've honestly went into because I felt like we wanted Minnesota last year.
We did, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why I keep thinking. That's why I can't get hyped about this 3 seed. Is because it's like we had this last year and we went out first round.
But I remember feeling like we could get OKC. Like I remember my whole thing
Mm.
last year was avoid Denver. Like wherever the fuck Denver is, get the complete opposite side of them, and let's hope somebody else beat them. And I honestly felt like anybody in the West, OKC included, I felt good about.
Mm.
This year, I mean, I don't feel good about us against damn near.
Nobody.
How can you feel good about playing Minnesota again? Like Houston, maybe because at least they got a dinosaur like we got.
Right. And they're the only ones we don't really know.
Mm.
We know what's gonna happen with Denver. Minnesota done it last year, you know what I'm saying? Houston's the only one in that little group. We don't want to see San Antonio or OKC. So it's like, all right, Houston, we're not saying we can beat y'all.
You want some more?
Right.
You want some more, Houston?
But y'all the only squad we haven't lost to in the offs yet. I don't know though. I gotta see a little bit more. Like I'm just starting to lock in on who, but I'm still trying to figure out, is this a different team from last year? You know what I'm saying? Like, do we have something that can make the outcome from last year different? You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it's still LeBron, Luka, and AR, and like I feel like McDaniels just took AR out the series last year. Remember, I wanted AR traded. So like, man, it's so crazy because this the same shit we was talking about, like how JJ was coaching. Like he coached Kool last year in the regular season. Like I had him up there, one of the top 3 or 5 coaches for Coach of the Year. But then in the playoffs is where he shit the bed, not subbing nobody. So it's like, yeah, we the 3rd seed again, but it's like, is AR any better? Has JJ learned? Like those is this still shit we not gonna be able to figure out till we get there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing that AR is gonna do in the regular season that's gonna make us say, okay, yeah, he is gonna kill in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing that JJ can really do that make us say, yeah, when we get down 3-1 in the series, he's not gonna melt down. So, and it's crazy because when we talked about this summer, you was on 8. You like that move. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, he's one of the things that can make a difference because Minnesota was killing us down low, and JJ wouldn't play fucking Jackson Hayes.
Right.
So Ayton is a difference. Marcus Smart and Kennard. Like those are the 3 pieces we didn't have last, and they not huge pieces. They periphery shit, but I feel like that's what it's gonna have to be to make a difference. You know what I'm saying? Because as bad as niggas have been talking about Ayton, this what you get for an $8 million center. You know what I'm saying? We paying this nigga $8 million, like he giving you $8 million worth. You know what I'm saying? I just hope in the playoffs he's more locked in. Because when he's been locked in this year, he's been decent. It's just that he can't do that for a whole season. Like he gonna have moments when he's just like, man, I don't feel like playing today. You know what I'm saying? He got some Benoit Benjamin in him as far as that goes. But him, Marcus Smart, and Kennard, I think, gives us something different around the edges that could because Marcus Smart is grimy as hell. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have that really. I mean, we had Finney Smith though, but he wasn't quite what Marcus Smart gives you. You know what I'm saying? And then Kennard is that consistent three shooter coming off the bench, which we didn't have last year. So we have things to make you feel like the outcome could be different, but I'm not ready to sit up here yet and just be like, yeah, the outcome's gonna be different.
Right. And the max of what you're describing wins us a series.
Okay.
Like if everything you say comes to fruition,
We beat
maybe
Minnesota.
we get to the conference semis and then San Antonio or OKC is like
Shut all that up.
right.
Ayton, DeAndre Ayton. You got him on Wemby, or you got
I
him
mean,
on Chet.
he
Nah,
did
but
so.
see, oh, go ahead.
No, I was telling you my trials and tribulations with Saturday's game against Denver, how I was on the road and
Mm.
you know Reeves gets this miracle miss and follow back up. So I get home in time for OT. So I actually probably saw like the last minute of OT. And it was
Mm.
one play where Joker drove and DeAndre blocked his
Blocked
shit.
it. Right.
1-on-1. Like, nigga, we D up. I'm gonna block your shot, and then it landed right. Like he could have grabbed it, but he didn't. And then Joker got the ball the next time and went up on him and scored. But I was like, when's the last time, AD included, when's the last time we blocked Joker's shot? Like,
Nah. And
so
Ayton was engaged that game.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? Ayton was. That's why he was in at the end. Because usually JJ snatches his ass. Like, sit down, man. But see, that's the thing. When he's engaged, he gives us that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that feels like he should be able to block the Joker shot. Because that's the thing. He was the first pick in the draft. And I feel like some of that is still in his mind. Like, I'm better than these niggas, man. Like, he think he better than Lucas. You know
right.
what I'm saying? It's so funny because we played Houston today, and he was like, they trying to get me to be a Clint Capella.
All right.
And early I was like, dude, Capella's giving you work right now. You know what I'm saying? You can't let him kill you after saying, I'm not trying to be a Clint Capella. You know what I'm saying? And he did eventually lock in this game, but I was watching that early, like, Aiden, you just hating on this dude. Now you following him to put him at the line. You're supposed to shut him down. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I mean, we gelling. You know what I mean? This is right on time. All of that, but it was like kind of like with the Rams. There's not much the regular season gonna be able to do to change my opinion of these niggas. Like it's playoffs or bust. You know what I'm saying? Like we did this last year.
Right, but when you say playoffs or bust, I mean, and this is Laker Nation, like all we care about is chips. You say
Yeah,
playoffs or bust, I mean, you ain't realistically expecting them to go to the conference finals.
I mean, I feel like that's probably the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, I want us to win a first round series. Like honestly, that's where the bar is for me right now. Because during the Denver game, I was texting back and forth with Gino. He was hitting me about the shit, and I was like, I was saying how this is a big win. I was telling him how we started to jail. I was like, yeah, we the third seed now. And he was like, what we look like against OKC or San Antonio? And I'm like, okay, everyone brings that up. Like you just said, the gap between 2 and 3. You know what I'm saying? It's clear to everybody that OKC and San Antonio have separated themselves from the rest of the West. But I'm like, even with that, then let's go as far as the third place team's supposed to go then. You know what I'm saying? And for now, let's win that first round. Like you never know what happens in the playoffs, dude. Like at this time last year, nobody was like Indiana's going to the finals. You know what I'm saying? So yes, OKC and San Antonio are clearly better than everybody else. No doubt. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like that means we're supposed to just stop playing. Like, let us be the clear next best team under them. You know what I'm saying? Let us win our first round matchup. And then if it do happen where, okay, we go our second round, then okay, you know what I'm saying? That was our max. But it's a lot of time between now and then. You know what I mean? Like a lot of shit can happen. I mean, I don't like wishing injuries on nobody, but that's still a fluid, you know what I'm saying? Tatum and Halliburton blew their shit. Oh, Tatum blew his out last year before the playoffs, or did he do his in the playoffs?
In the playoffs.
Okay, yeah. See,
They
two
all
main dudes, huh?
Dame Lillard too. Or
Uh,
Dame Lillard came back from some shit. I don't think it was Achilles he came back from.
and
But
then blew his shit out.
right.
Right. Nah, see, that's what I'm saying. Again, not wishing that on nobody for this season, but I think it's too early to be like, let's pack it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, as of today, them two teams are. I'm not even arguing that. They are head and shoulders. Like it looked like they headed for a collision course. You know what I'm saying? But until that happens, I say let us pick up all this loose change that's down here that they don't want. You know what I'm saying? Let us get that. You know what I mean? And then just be in whatever position that gives you. Whatever the third seed ends up supposed to get, let's get that. And then if something happened where one of them two teams don't want to get what they supposed to get, then you know what I mean, we could be Western Conference Finals. Like I say that's max because to expect something to happen to both of those squads is being a little unrealistic. Chances are one of them gonna be there at the end. You know what I'm saying? And I can't sit here with a straight face and say we would beat any one of those teams in a 7-game series. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like at this point, the Western Conference Finals is probably our max. But let's reach our max if it's possible. You know what I mean? That's where I stand on it as of now.
Nah, and that's realistic. Cause like I said, this time last year we was talking win it
Chip,
all.
right? he was
We,
talking chip, and see,
right.
a lot of that was for me was based on what Luca had over Shea. You know what I'm saying? Because Shea and them hadn't done what they did yet at this point last year. And my thing was Luca has carried less to the chip against Shea. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like we had that card to play. We don't have that no more. You know what I'm saying? Shea's got his chip. Shea's like Luca, you know what I mean? But I still feel like that's still there for Luca though. Like we may not have that advantage over Shea no more, but Luca has still knows how to carry a team to the finals. You know what I'm saying? And that game winner he just hit against Denver, like now it's starting to be like, okay, this is the Luca we thought we was getting now here. You know what I'm saying? He been had the numbers, but he didn't have a moment like that. Because that year he took Dallas to the championship, he had a moment like that seemed like damn near every game. Like it just got to a point where just get it to the end, nigga. Luca will win it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was riding on last year when I was like, we can get to the finals, and it didn't happen. But now I'm like, hey, that's still in Luca. Like that didn't just disappear. We just need to put more of the kind of squad around him that can get him in that position at the end of games. And I feel like now it's starting to mold into that a little bit more. And a big part of that has been LeBron stepping back a little bit. Like he don't shoot as many threes. He's willing to he when he get the rebound, he's kicking it to Luka. You know what I'm saying? He not trying to just grab it and push. He looking for Luka. Like, here, Luka, I know, nigga, you the point big man now. You know what I'm saying? So he just started that. Like he just came to that realization. I would probably say when he came back from that injury. Like when he went out and saw how they was balling without him, I felt like he was like, all right, like, you know what I'm saying? We only got 20 games left. I can if he could turn into Karl Malone, we got a fighter's chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna just be a legit power forward. I'm gonna grab boards. All my shit gonna be from like free throw line down. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be shooting threes like that. If he could do that, that takes us to another level. I mean, that's kind of what he did in that Denver game. You know what I'm saying? He was just doing all the I won't say the hustle shit, but the hustle shit. Like he dove on that one. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when the last time you seen LeBron do that? Like, again, it's been a small sample size, but I feel like he's showing that he knows what we need from him. I don't know if he can continue to do it because when you've been the nigga that long, eventually you're gonna be like, man, give me the ball, I'm bringing it up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pulling this three, but at least he knows that him not doing that makes us a better team.
So next 5 games. What's your prediction? At Houston on Wednesday.
We just beat him today. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I would lean
That's
towards an L.
at Miami on Thursday. Back to back. Wednesday,
Uh,
Thursday.
See, I feel like we gotta play to get that Miami W.
So you saying best case scenario we split that
Yes,
back to back.
yes,
Saturday at Orlando.
we gotta get that. Orlando got blown today.
Monday at Detroit.
That's probably an L.
So now
Even
we
though
two and
they haven't
two.
been playing as good as they were playing. Orlando lost. Oh no, they won. Oh yeah, no, they lost. Orlando lost to the Hawks
Mm.
on Magic City night. That was canceled. It was supposed to be the night,
The
but
NBA was
nah,
like,
huh?
man, please, we ain't
Well,
doing that.
some players chimed in. It was some
What?
white dude that was, huh?
Chimed in to say what?
Not do it. Like, nah, we can't be doing that. Like, it's some white dude that was like the real loud one about it. You know what I'm saying?
And then next Wednesday at Indiana.
That's a win.
So you saying 3-2 over this next week?
Right. And I guess it was more, it's like 7 games. We on a 7 game road trip or something like that. Cause somebody was
Game,
saying
6 game road trip.
6. Okay. Cause somebody was saying 3-3. If we can just come back 3-3, like, you know what I'm saying? They were saying if we came back 3-3, that would lock up the 3 seed.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's doable. That's
And
just
we got the first one.
right. At this point, that's just beat Orlando and beat Indiana.
Right.
Can't skip over Miami. Bam's 83-point game. How you feeling?
83 is 83. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I know with some shenanigans involved at the end, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like, because that's the thing. It was some shenanigans involved in Wilt's 100. We just couldn't see it. But that nigga shot like 40 free throws in that game. They said they was doing the hack a shack on him, but it was the one game he made his throws. You know what I'm saying? So that's how he got to 100. Because they wasn't doing that to Bam the whole game.
Right.
He had 70 through three, like in legit, you know what I'm saying? In legit flow of the game. It wasn't until he got to 70 that they was like, all right, we trying to get this nigga to 80. You know what I'm saying? Then they started doing the tomfoolery. I think people are just mad because he passed Kobe. You know what I'm saying? That's what the root of everyone's ire is. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, though, Kobe didn't have the record. Kobe was second. So it's not like he broke the record that Kobe had. He just passed Kobe. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think, and I don't think anyone thinks that that now makes Bam a better player. Like, I don't think that does anything to Kobe's legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kobe is still who we think he is. Like, Bam just caught one. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't think Bam would tell you now I'm better than Kobe. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's how it's gonna go in the record books. But to me, 83 is 83, man. You hoop, you know how hard that is. Like, if they let you out on the court by yourself for 4 quarters, it's hard to get 83. You know what I'm saying? So I can't discredit the number at all. But I understand where people are as far as, like, you know what I'm saying? The hatred that Bam is getting because he passed Kobe. I think that's literally the only. If it was Devin Booker that had the number 2 slot, wouldn't no one, you know what I mean? Wouldn't nobody be on Bam like that?
Uh, or if Kobe was still alive.
Well, yeah, nah, that too, because Bam spoke on that. Bam was like, if Kobe was alive, I know he would have hit me up and been like, good job, man. And also he was like, I know Kobe would have been like, I'm going after your record. Like, if Kobe was alive, he would say, if I was in that position, I would have went for 81 too. You know what I'm saying? So now, what's your take on it?
Yeah, and I'm not a Kobe stan. Like I'm not. I feel like I keep Kobe in proper perspective. Like I long ago said LeBron was better than Kobe to me. And I stand on that to this day, even though it infuriates me just because as a Laker fan, I'm so mad at LeBron. But I was mad at Bam for passing Kobe. I'm like, Bam, you don't deserve to be in this conversation. And you're right, it wasn't Kobe's record. I feel like it's already just assumed ain't nobody catching Will. Ain't nobody putting a note on the board without like just some major unethical.
Shenanigans,
Right.
which is what we had that night.
Right. So I almost feel like second place was first place when it
Mm-hmm.
came to score. Like Kobe wasn't first place, but it felt like first place because you just knew like Wilt shit's untouchable.
And this is the highest we've seen. You know what I'm
And I
saying?
feel like
Ain't no
Kobe,
visual footage of Wilt.
right.
81 is the highest game that we had seen someone do that you could be like, put the tape in, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
What
Wilt
that
shit is
look
all
like.
right. Wilt shit is all mythology. And that's why I feel like the shenanigans part about it, I'm like, yo, if we could have watched that Wilt game, you would have been like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? This shit look like Bam shit.
Yeah, I just felt like Kobe needed that in his comparison to Mike and LeBron. Like Mike gonna have the chips, LeBron gonna have a bunch of other shit, and Kobe was always gonna be able. I mean, he still do.
Right. I'm
He
about
can,
to say
he
that
can,
doesn't change that with those that argument though. Them niggas still don't have that. Jordan or LeBron still don't have 81. You know what I'm saying?
but Kobe, Wilt, like that felt right. That felt like okay.
That's how it's
That,
supposed to be.
that's the right pecking order. Now, Bam. Come on, Bam. Like we fuck with you, but
Right.
you
Nah,
not
but if
supposed
you look at Like if you look at the top scoring games of all time, it's like Wilt before Bam. It was like Wilt, Kobe, Wilt, David Thompson.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what is he doing on here? Elgin. You know what I'm saying?
David Robinson was in the 70s.
Right, right.
Dave Booker had a 70-point game.
Recently.
Luka had 70, didn't he? Luka got to 70. Luka's on that list. Because
Okay.
ESPN did a list of like everybody that scored 70 or more. And I think it's maybe Wilt probably did it like 3 or 4 times. So I mean, maybe
Right.
it's happened 9 times in league history.
Mm.
And they was like, we're gonna rank it based on how ethical it was. Like how much did it come in the game flow? Like just how much bullshit can we take out and be like, nah. Cause in a grip, it's a trip. Cause in a grip of Wilt 70-point games, they lost.
Mm.
Like out of the 9 games, I'm gonna say at least 3 or 4 of them was losses. I can't remember whose. Luka might have lost. I think Luka might have had his on Boston. I think they might have lost. Like it's a trip how many of them came in L's, but I think Kobe's game was ranked second on the list in terms of like this is the most ethical
High scoring
game,
game.
right?
And see though, I
And
mean,
I can't remember whose number one was. It wasn't Wilt's, obviously, and it wasn't Bam's.
it wasn't
But
Wilt.
no,
And then who's is higher than Kobe's then?
in terms of just ethical, like this is just
Yeah.
straight. Like it might have been Lucas because that was the other thing. Like they was like how many? Because when Dame did it, it might have been Dame. No, it was either. I think it was Lucas. I think Lucas was the most ethical because he did a
70
bunch
points.
of other shit. He was getting dimes. He
He
was
had
getting
70, 10,
rebounds.
and 10.
And I think Dame was the only one who had a double digit assist in his so many of Wilt's over like his 100-point game, he had 1 assist. Like they
Mm.
just kept killing him. Like because Bam didn't have that many assists. Um, but yeah, I think Luka's game was ranked as the number one most ethical. Like he didn't exit the game plan. Like he was just doing
In
his
the
normal
flow.
shit.
Right. My 70
And
came in the flow.
right. And
Now,
Kobe's was second.
I mean, and the thing is though, like I it's blasphemy to say this is no hatred on Kobe, but like because people was bringing up the argument for Bam, he did it against the Wizards.
Right.
I'm like, Kobe was playing the Raptors. And this was before they won it. This was still, you know what I'm saying? Jalen Rose Raptors, you know what I mean? So, the competition, you can't, you know what I mean? I can't knock Bam for that. Like, and then at the end of that 81 point game, Kobe wasn't passing it to nobody. Like, and nobody tripped off of that because, I mean, you knew he was going for it. Like, so, it, Bam, I feel like Bam wasn't doing the same thing, but it was from the similar vein. Like they definitely took that shit to another level. Up dub, fouling to get the ball back. Like the Lakers never went into none of that. You know what I'm saying? But once you say you're going for it, it's like so what's ethical about when you say you're going for it? Like you can go for it, but you can't do this, you can't do this. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Once they decided we was gonna try to get him 80, you know what I mean? However you do it, you do it. And that's the thing. It wasn't like they started that from the first quarter. Like Bam had 43 at the half. You know what I'm saying? The game was still legit. Like into the third quarter or into the fourth, the nigga had 70 at that point. Yeah. It got a little, you know what I'm saying? It got a little wonky. But my thing is 10, 15, 20 years from now, nobody gonna remember that. It's just gonna be the number. You know what I'm saying? Some people may still bring it up, but like Wilt shit. Nobody says, Wilt was, you know what I'm saying? Wilt, they was fouling Wilt in that game. He made 38 free throws or whatever. It's just Wilt scored 100. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like right now that it's still fresh, people breaking down, people picking apart what he did. But I think history is gonna say he scored 83.
And Kobe got none of this though.
Huh?
Like Kobe got none of this. Like I
Oh no.
mean,
It was
Wilt was probably
celebrating.
Wilt
It
was
was
probably second on the list with like 78. Like he probably passed. He just kind of nestled in between Wilt's two biggest games. So I mean, there might have been some other dudes he passed, but yeah, I mean, celebrated for sure. And that's the thing with Bam. It's like, all right, you did it, feel good, but just understand why you ain't gonna get the love you think you should get. Like you not.
I don't
You
think
know?
he thinks he should get that. I heard him on Dan Patrick, and he didn't sound like he felt like, oh, now I'm better than Kobe. I think he completely understood where he stood in that realm, but he was just like, hey man, I had a chance to get it and I went for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was basically saying y'all would have done the same thing. He said if y'all had 70 in the fourth, you going for it. You know what I'm saying? So again, like it's nothing. I never even thought about Bam is better than Kobe now. Like I don't even think Bam had like 20 the next night. Like you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Bam is gonna fall back into being Bam. You know what I mean? He just again to me it's like David Thompson being on that list. Like the nigga just had basically the night of his life. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, it doesn't do anything to Kobe's legacy. I mean, yeah, he's not number two no more, but he wasn't number one. Like if he was number one and Bam broke that, then I could be like, okay, I feel like I would have felt saltier. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it was just not just, but it's two and three. I think that's a big difference than if Kobe had the record. You know what I'm saying? But I think again, it's because mentally to people, Kobe does have the record.
Mm.
Because that's all we have seen. Like it ain't nobody alive that was at the Wilt game. You know what I'm saying? All we got is that damn picture of him holding up the 100. Like, you know what I mean? So for all the people on Earth, basically, the most you've seen a dude score was that 81 by Kobe, which is I think why it has that level of resonance that it does. And Bam he basically didn't has to defend himself for doing it. You know what I'm saying?
And Kobe didn't hold up an 81 sign, did he?
Nah, I don't think so. Yeah,
Which
Bam took
Bam
that picture.
did.
Yeah, Bam took that picture with the 83.
Yeah, they got one with Kobe holding up 81, but I don't think it's legit. I think it's AI ish. Cause yeah, he's wearing. Well, actually, did they wear white that night? They did. Um, I don't know. Then the other part of it is like that was one of the statues that went up outside of like the first statue they put up of Kobe was the shit he did on the 81 point game. So like we immortalized
That moment.
right. And
But
now it's like
again, you think it changes that?
um
Because when we
yeah,
put it up, it wasn't the record.
right, but like you say, it was the greatest game we saw.
Right.
And now it's not that no more.
Well, I mean, I think that's debatable. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said with that list that they made, the most, you know what I'm saying?
Ethical.
Right. Bam wouldn't even be, you know what I mean? Bam is way low down there on that list. So I don't know. To me, it still wasn't as good a game as Kobe's. Like he scored two more points, but I still, if you ask me what game was more spectacular, I'm gonna still say Kobe's 81. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I understand where people coming from the hatred that Bam is getting, but in my mind, it don't change a thing about Kobe's legacy. Like, and I feel like that's what people are fighting for, basically. Especially because he not here no more. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if he was here, he'd probably try to suit back up. Like, I'm getting my record back. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what has people so hot is like he don't even have a chance to defend himself. You know what I'm saying? But to me, his legacy don't need no defendant. Like this Bam, and I think Bam understands that. Like you don't pass Kobe in no other realm than you scored two more points than him in a game. You know what I'm saying? But this don't make you a better player. This don't make this the best game ever. This don't, I mean, honestly, to me, it's just like some new millennial shit. Like you scored a new millennial 83. That's not even a real basketball 83. You know what I'm saying? This was a TikTok. You know what I'm saying this was a TikTok generated game you had, nigga. Like, which again, I hate being like the get off my lawn dude. You know what I mean? That's why I didn't take that stance with this game. I gave about 83 is hard to do, man. I've hooped a lot of times and 83 is a lot, but it still don't change your spot with Kobe. And it still don't change Kobe's nothing about Kobe really. Like, I don't know. But Bam did get a lot of shit for it. Like it was not celebrated at all, probably except outside of Miami. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was celebrating it. People was picking it apart.
As they should, as they should. Well, shit, let's get to some bad news. Got the good news off. Lakers won. Lakers looking good.
I'm
Moving to
like,
the
oh,
college level.
mm, nah.
UCSD didn't get it done.
The
The
women
men,
went though, right? Right, right.
the women play
Nah,
at 9 a.m. on Friday.
the women. Uh,
9 a.m. Friday morning.
so they're in the East.
I don't like so women's championship week was the week before men's championship week.
Mm,
Like all the tournaments for the most part. Like some conferences like the Big West did they shit at the same time as the men. But like the Big Ten, the SEC, like they all
Big
did their
12.
women's right. They all did their women's championship week the week before. And even though they did it the week before, they still basically did their selection
Brackets the
show after
same
the
day.
men.
Right.
And then I'm like, why? So Thursday, Friday is men's, you know, opening round games. Been like that my whole life. Love it. 9 a.m. game start. 9 o'clock at night, game still going. And now they putting the women's games on Friday morning as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got a
Oh, that's
whole
right. That's right. You said UCSD playing Friday at 9.
schedule.
So they going congruent with the men the whole way then.
Well,
Because
so
they gotta have games on
they play their first four games. We men play their first four
tomorrow.
Tuesday and Wednesday. Women play their first four
Tuesday and
uh,
Wednesday.
Wednesday and Thursday. So Wednesday
Uh,
they're gonna share it. I don't know. I
uh,
just feel like there needs to be some way where both
can
get their
get theirs
shine.
off. Right. But
Um,
it's hard though. That would be hard. There would have to be some overlap because they gonna want to play games on the weekend.
well, there's part of so men is Thursday, Friday for the first round.
They
Women,
Wednesday, Thursday.
huh?
They Wednesday, Thursday, or they Thursday, Friday.
Friday, Saturday.
Oh,
I feel like they first round shit should be Saturday, Sunday. I mean, I feel like it could be Monday, Tuesday. I mean, that's whack.
right. And they
But
gotta get some weekend off.
I think when they get to their second round, I feel like second rounds is a nah. Well, they wouldn't be able to get that off second round. I mean, I'm sure they thought this through. We ain't the first motherfuckers to stumble on this conversation, but I
Right.
don't like that the
They playing
UCSD
against the men.
right. Um, but yeah, they made it. The men didn't.
So did they win their tournament?
They did. UCSD.
UCSD's women?
They did. They beat Hawaii
Uh,
in the chip. I think that was we was the 2 seed in the conference tournament, and Hawaii was maybe the 4 or the 5. Um, and the
so it was
one,
an
and,
up.
well, yeah, they Irvine was the 1 seed. Actually, UCSD and Irvine finished tied, but somehow Irvine was the 1 seed. But they lost in the semis. Um, and UCSD's coach after the game up on the podium was like, basically, it was like, don't put us in the play-in because last year they was in the play-in
Mm.
and they lost in the play-in. And if they had won, they would have played UCLA. And me and Lennon ended up going to them games
That
at
UCSD women would have been at.
because Georgia Tech played, and Lennon's a Georgia Tech fan. So Georgia
Mm.
Tech had the game before the UCLA game, which would have been against UCSD, but we lost in the play-in. So this year she was like, "Don't put us in the play-in," and they ended up getting, I think, a 14 seed. Yeah, they had a 14. TCU was favored by 35.
Damn. Wow. I might want some of that. At least some first half.
Right. Um, and
Nah, but it's crazy because how these programs be these up and coming, well, these newer programs, they be getting both their women's and their men's rolling at the same time. Because like how you said they beat Hawaii, Hawaii's men win. So that means they have both their women and men's in the finals and semifinals of that tournament. And that's how we were last year.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I like that for schools. You know what I'm saying? When they get the men, and I mean, especially these smaller schools, because it means so much more to them. Like even us with UCSD women, like okay, the men ain't in, but we, for the school pride, nigga, everybody in on the women now. Like y'all go do work. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Nah, it was cool. Like, it's a trip because I ended up, I don't know if made me pull up last year's selection show, which I've never erased off of my DVR just
Mm.
because it's like this the first time UCSD men got announced.
I don't
And
know.
last year, the men, think they were back. They were in Remac when they got announced, and
Oh, right, right, right. I remember that.
and I don't remember if the women were or not. Like they weren't in the shot, and we were both going. It was just a matter of where we going, what's our seed.
Right.
But this year, the women had it turned in Remac
Oh, they was in there.
when they got announced.
They was
Uh,
like, since the men ain't gonna use this.
right, but nah, that's a good point about because you was Cal Baptist. You was mentioning Cal Bap. They
Oh,
first
right,
time going.
right. They women made it.
Yeah, they play
Mm.
UCLA. They didn't get They got on the women's side, they got the 16 seed. They not having to do a play-in. They like, we just gonna feed y'all straight to UCLA.
But that's local though.
Welcome to the tournament. And I was saying, and the men get to go to
Portland.
They go.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. So they hooked them up. They
I
didn't
think
do
that
us like that.
right.
Cause it's like
They got
Cal Bap. Y'all know y'all been wanting to play UCLA. You know what I'm saying? Just on a regular game shit. Like, please just let us play a game in Pauley. Well, this game ain't gonna be in Pauley, but here y'all go.
who, the men or the women?
The women.
Nah, that game is in Pauley.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, they play their games at a home site? So I was just reading some shit about the men's where in the first round you can't play like within a 50-mile radius of your campus.
Right. UCSD, not UCSD. Well, yeah, UCSD, our women, they play TCU at TCU. Like
Uh,
for the women's tournament, they don't bring them together for that regional shit. Like whoever the highest seed is, and they like do pods. So it's gonna be 4 teams at Poly. You know,
uh, so all
and
the
the
games
winners,
gonna be there. So
right? The
everybody
winners
don't
will
get a
be
home game, but the highest team they sit is in your building.
right,
Okay, I'm
right,
with that. So
and
UCLA
then
can get two home games out of that.
right. And then, yeah, they do their regionals differently. Like they only be having 2 regional sites. I think one
Mm,
is Sacramento. I think, yeah, it's they do some shit differently than the men,
right,
which I get. Like, I
right,
think it's a good idea to play on campus them first 2 games because that'll get some turnout. And then when they go to regionals, it's most spots when you go to regionals, there's 4 teams there. But regionals are like essentially the Sweet 16. But when they go to regionals, they only had 2 sites, so it's like 8 teams there. So I don't know. It's just more
right,
games.
right.
When you got 8
Nah,
teams there, you got more of a chance to get a buzz going in the stadium. If every school bring 2,000 people,
right.
now you got 16,000.
Right. As opposed to if we trying to fill a stadium for this final four for 4 teams, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot harder.
Right.
Nah, it makes sense, especially for where they are with the game, for where the women's college basketball game is at the moment. That's probably the best way to maximize the eyeballs. But nah, it's cool that Cal Bap, like that's another story, you know what I'm saying? Because my homeboy Joe from Palisades, shout out Joe Richardson. He had been posting how he had been fucking with Cal Bap all year,
Mm.
going to their games. You know what I'm saying? I guess he might have went there for some postgraduate school studies or some shit like that. But it's just cool to see people and have people with connections to these smaller schools. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean that's what makes the tournament great. You know what I mean? Like that was us last year. You know what I'm saying? Like so I completely get the feeling to see Cal Bap doing it. I mean, I'm not a Cal Bap fan, but it was kind of like, I totally got how they was feeling. And then when you was like, that girls are in too, I was like, damn, that was really us. Did we win our tournament last year or we got to add large?
We won it and was a
Mm.
12 seed. Michigan was a 5. Cal Baptist this year is a 13. I felt like they need to put a little bit more respect on our name. Like a 12 last year felt right. We wasn't
You
complaining.
you think Cal Bap should be higher seeded or lower seeded?
I think they should be like a 14. Like, I don't know. I feel like they're almost saying like their season this year when they've gone trying to see what they've 25-8. I mean, like last year we was like 30-3.
Right.
going into
But
the
they took
tournament.
them down a little bit though.
What you mean?
They gave us a 12, they gave them a 13.
Right.
And I mean a 12 and a 13, that's like 4 or 5 different, that's like 4 squads, you know what I'm saying? Four
I don't feel
squads.
like they 4 squads away from us in terms of
Mm,
what we did last year versus what they did this year.
right,
I'm
right.
looking to see if they got any good wins. I fuck with Cal Bap. Like I followed them a little bit earlier this season. Like they blew out UC Riverside earlier this season, and I liked UC Riverside. Like I liked they squad and Riverside and Cal Bap. Like they local rivals.
Right.
So when I saw that they was playing, I was like, okay, let me see how this game go. And Cal Bat blew them. So I mean, I don't know. They play Kansas.
I mean, that's very similar to what they did to us. They gave us Michigan, they gave them Kansas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Except they get to be in Dago.
mm,
I mean, it would have been because this is a trip. Like I was somewhat mad at the bracket. Like I was mad in particular at North Carolina. Like North Carolina's a 6 seed. I think they play like VCU as the
mm,
11th seed, but they get to play in South Carolina.
okay, yeah.
Duke's the number one overall seed in the tournament, and they play in South Carolina. So it's like, why does North Carolina get
Get
this?
the same benefit as Duke, who's the number 1 seed.
Because usually they try whoever's the highest seed in that pod, they try to give them a geographical advantage, and the highest seed in that pod is Illinois. And so I'm like, if I'm Illinois, I'm hot as fuck. Like, seriously, we got to go to South Carolina and we're going to end up playing North Carolina?
And Duke.
Well, nah, they different regions.
Mm,
But they both, some reason, got sent to South Carolina. But they did some other foul shit. Like, they sent Missouri as a 10 seed to, like, play in St. Louis. Uh,
uh,
and I can't remember who Missouri's playing. They're playing, I mean, they're the 10 seed, so they're playing some 7 seed. And they're like, damn, we got, I think it's, shit. I can't remember, but whoever it is like, really? Like, we the higher seed, but we got to play these dudes in St. Louis?
right,
Um, or even Cal Bap getting to play. And I mean, Kansas ain't going to be tripping because they
right,
going to travel.
right. Because they think they there for the weekend.
Right. And they probably are. You ain't feeling Kansas.
Not well, not to lose in the first round.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But
You
they would play
probably
St. John's second round.
that's where they play second round. Uh, okay, that's where I think they could have some problems. You know what I'm saying? That's where I think they can run into some problems. Damn, they got them in the second round.
And they go.
Ooh, it's crazy because Jock coach for Kansas now.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Jock is like Bill Self's top assistant. So I mean, I'm not rooting against Kansas, but I just because we was talking about this before with your boy Peterson. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen some shit recently that was like he's no longer the number 1 pick. Like somebody was saying Ibanza has passed him, you know what I'm saying? Which, I still think it's gonna be debatable. Some people may still fall for him at number 1, but I think him not panning out like he was, like he should, or that they saying he's going to, is already starting to happen. You know what I'm saying? With niggas saying he ain't gonna be the number 1 pick. And then this tournament is gonna be big. You know what I'm saying? People gonna want to see him do something in this tournament. You know what I'm saying? So if they go out in the second round of St. John's, you know, I mean, his talent is undeniable. It's not even a question of his game. To me, it's more a question of his want to. And if you already low managing in college, that's not a good sign. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just feel like I want a nigga that's playing through, especially at least in college, that's playing through injuries. That's like, you know what I mean? He got Bill Self wondering, like, because Bill Self sometimes don't even be defending that nigga. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? They be asking why he ain't playing, and Bill Self is like, basically, like, you ask him. Like, he's clear to play. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even like the coach is like, nah, he's really got something. We just trying to take care of him. Bill Self is like, hey man, I don't know why the nigga not playing either. You know what I'm saying? So, it's gonna be interesting to see how his whole shit pans out. Because this class is loaded. So I feel like somebody gonna take him in the top three. You know what I'm saying? And I could just see how they're gonna be looking back like all the dudes that y'all passed on. But it's gonna be hard to take those dudes now when we really at the draft, and then 5 years from now be like, yeah, we knew we should pass on Darren Peterson. That's not gonna happen. Somebody is still gonna take him in the top three, but I can see in the long run where they be like, damn, we should have took so and so, or we should have took so and so. You know what I'm saying? Because that lack of hunger, man, that to me, that's a big thing, especially when you're about to be coming into all this bread. I mean, he probably already got bread. NIL from Kansas, he making probably at least $1 million a year. But I just think the kind of dudes that money stopped them from being motivated, the league is not the place for you. You know what I'm saying? Because in the league, nigga, it's what? Money is nothing. Like it's gonna take something else to really have you. You need other ways of motivating yourself, like a Zion.
Right. Nah, I think Kansas is going to make a bit of a run.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of off of I got to see this tournament. Like
I
I felt
know.
like I saw enough. I'm not even going to say the shit I texted you that Cats was saying about him cuz I don't even want to put that shit out there, but you know, we're
You
going
can
to see
say
what
it
this
because it's out there.
I mean, I got to endorse it the way I did. So they said that this dude, Darren Peterson, is what Kobe would have looked like if Kobe had went to college. Like if Kobe had went to Duke for 1 year, this
It would
shit,
look
Darren
like
Peterson.
this.
And I was saying when they said it, I haven't been able to unsee it. Like every time I watch him play, now I'm like, oh yeah, I see some Kobe in him.
Right.
Um, of course, he ain't got a Mamba mentality. I ain't,
Right. And that's
but
the
just
part.
same and build game wise. I'm like, yeah, this. I don't think he's athletic, and I didn't, Kobe wasn't super athletic to me. I feel like this dude is even less athletic than what Kobe was, which ain't a
Kobe
huge.
was at 19 though.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? You remember that first preseason game in Thomas and Mack
where he
when he
crossed
took
it over.
and took off. You know what I'm saying? And then he was in the dunk contest
Right. Yeah, I
doing
haven't
some
seen
cool.
Peterson. Yeah, I haven't seen Peterson do nothing like that. I don't know
Right,
if he got it or not.
right. But the smoothness and the ability to score, that's what's enticing. That's what got niggas gonna take him at the top of this draft is because you can't squint and see Kobe. But like you said, the mentality part, that's what Kobe had that took what he had to another level. Because there was niggas, Kobe had contemporaries that had his skill set. You know what I'm saying? T Mac, Vince to a certain degree. Like it was dudes in that same realm, but it was his hunger and his work ethic that you know what I'm saying? Pushing Shaq, saying Shaq need to work out more is what took him to that level. And I feel like Peterson don't got that. You know what I'm saying? Like he that kind of shit is already showing up at that age. Like we knew from Kobe's first game what he was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude's out here trying to be a great. Like he not just out here happy he in the league. You know what I'm saying? He was really, I mean, like his first playoff series against Utah. He thought he was ready to take that over. You know what I'm saying? Like again, I need to see this tournament, but from the regular season, I didn't get that hunger feel from Peterson. You know what I'm saying? He didn't give me that feel like, yeah, I want it at all costs. He had more of the, I know I'm nice, I'm taking care of myself. He had more of a Kawhi attitude than a Mamba. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, nah, we gonna see. But it's crazy how, from as high ranked as he was, how much weight he let this playoff put on himself. You know what I'm saying? From all that bullshit he was doing during the regular season has now put it to where people want to see something from him in this tournament. Like no one's saying that about Ibanza. No one's saying that about Boozer. You know what I'm saying? Even like niggas like Acuff or Fleming, the nigga from Houston. Nobody is saying I need to see them in the tournament to for sure lock in their lottery pick. Peterson's the only one that brought that on himself from his regular season performance. And it wasn't like he didn't ball, because when he played, he balled. You know what I'm saying? It was just the fact that, dude, how you missing so many games as a college freshman? Like, you ain't gonna be no healthier than this. You know what I'm saying? Your athletic health is going nowhere but downhill from here, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just no ifs, ands, or buts about that. If you're not healthy now, 5 years from now, you ain't gonna be healthier. You know what I'm saying? So that's my only qualm about him. But again, he gets this tournament to prove people, you know what I'm saying? To prove people wrong. I hope he do it. But if I'm a GM, I'm looking elsewhere. I would rather be picking from like 5 to 8 if I'm not if I'm not number one. And if I was number one, I'm taking Ibanza. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not sold on Boozer either. Like as far as how he gonna be in the league. So if
Right.
him, Peterson, and Boozer is the top three, if I don't get Ibanza, I want to be picking after that. I want to be picking from the Acuffs and the Flemings and the nigga from North Carolina. And you know what I'm saying? I want to be picking from that next tier of dudes. I think it's something in there that's gonna really pop. You know what I'm saying? One of these dudes in that next tier from 4 to whatever you know what I'm saying, however deep it is, 4 to 10 or whatever, of dudes that could have been a number one pick in another draft. Because it's crazy because you brought up Gil's son.
All right.
And I mean, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even really hearing much about him, but he probably gonna be a lottery pick.
Mm, I still think he gonna go. Even though he didn't have as great a season at all, like even when he played, his shit wasn't killer.
Right.
But he gonna go, and Lotto I think would be pushing it. I think
Mm.
I think he gonna be first round because I mean it's a grip of dudes like you
Nah.
mentioned three, dude from Tennessee, Amen,
Right.
dude from Louisville who I like a lot. Louisville
Uh.
got 6'3", 6'4" dude. I mean, it's a cat from Illinois that's a freshman. That's like a
Oh yeah.
6'1" guard.
They giving him T-Mac.
Then Arizona got two, and Arizona's got the dude that was killing in the Drew, Burries.
Oh, is
So
that him?
they got Koa Pete. He's like
Right.
6'8", 6'9".
And Birds is the
And then
PG.
Burries, PG two guard.
Because the other
Right,
nigga, Bradley,
right,
he a senior.
right,
And they talking about he gonna play in the league. They like he
right,
probably not gonna be first round, but he's not gonna get cut. He says he's making some NBA team and then he gonna play 10 years.
Right. Now, Burries hasn't been projected lotto at no point. Like he might have a month ago kind of cracked some lotto projections, but he's consistently mocked outside of the lotto.
And you think he
But
goes higher than Arenas?
yeah. And I
Mm,
think he's gonna be one of them dudes that people are gonna be like, damn, we passed him.
right,
Like what like he's gonna go right in that. Well shit, Booker might have been lotto, late lotto.
right. But like that 13 to 16, nah, it's definitely dudes like that in this draft. Like even Shea.
Hmm.
Shea was like 11th, 12th pick, right?
Right.
Nah. And that's the thing. We only talking about the freshmen. You know what I'm saying? Like Arkansas got a senior dude, light skinned 6'10 dude.
Hmm.
He's nice. He was, remember, I think I texted you, Arkansas will dunk on your ass.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it was nothing but lobs. Like A Cup was hitting them on lobs. Like dude shoots the three too. He reminded me of like a Ori.
Hmm.
I was like, this dude is gonna help. This dude gonna help a team next season. I'm trying to find his name, but my phone is tripping. But uh, because he got blocks too. They were saying how he was 40 blocks, 43, something, some sort of Arkansas record he had for like it was like a big man stat. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, damn, this nigga would look good in a Laker uniform.
Hmm.
Like these are the kind of dudes you go because he a senior. So you know he ain't going lottery, you know what I'm saying? But uber athletic, 6'10 light skinned dude shooting the three and dunking. I don't know why my phone ain't bringing up I can't get no scores, but I'm trying to find his name because they got A Cuff who's gonna be lottery, but I was like, this dude, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Nah, I can probably pull him up real quick, but I'm sitting here looking at ticket prices for Friday in Dago.
Mm,
Uh, stats. So they got Trayvon Brazil
yes, that's him.
averaging 13 and 8, 6'10, 230.
That's him.
Yeah, because I don't think he's been there the whole time.
Mm, okay. And that
Well,
you know
shit,
when
yes, he started at Missouri, then he came to Arkansas. He been there the whole time, but one of these squads he was on made a run, and he was on that squad because the Lakers ended up
mm,
like, don't we have a black, something
uh,
black?
uh,
We had
or
we had
Therio.
we had somebody with the last name Black who's kind
Mm,
of a guard. We just picked him up. He kind of been a two-way dude. Um, but Arkansas had probably 2 years ago. They probably went to the 8.
okay, okay. I feel like I do remember him from that. He was young then though.
Because
He would have been
SC's
a top
coach is the one that was coaching them then. Like this was before Coach Cal got there.
muscleman.
Right.
Okay.
Anthony Black, I want to say dude's name
Oh
is.
yeah, nah. There is an Anthony Black.
He went to Arkansas. Like in Charlotte got one of them. Like they had two guards that was league off that
Mm,
squad.
mm,
That was one and done.
mm.
And this dude was on that squad and he was a piece.
Right. But he was young.
Right. Averaging
Nah.
nine,
Huh?
averaging 9 in a game that season.
Right. It's because his 13 a game, it don't sound like a lot, but he playing with a nigga A cuff average dub, right?
Yeah.
Or damn near.
Nah, it's a legit dub. I think it's 22,
Mm,
23 on
okay,
40. Yeah, on 49% from the field, shooting 45% from three, 6.5 assists.
right. Nah. And it's not pad stats either. You know what I'm saying? When you watch him, you be like, okay, nah, this is all in the flow of shit. That's why I was telling you, in the midst of getting his 30, he kept lobbing up to Brazil.
Right.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. He probably gonna go 5 to 10, A cup. And then he gonna end up like an AI, and dude's gonna be like, how come he wasn't the top pick?
Right. Although I want to say Jay Billis was like he got the most Danny Manning just in terms of we gonna put a squad who can put a squad on their back and be like we going to the fold.
He
I
said A
think
cup got that. Mm.
Jay Billis like he's the most likely candidate to be like yeah hop on fellas we out.
Nah, and they were saying Coach Cal know how to coach NBA guards. You know what I'm saying? When he was at Kentucky, this all he was putting out was dudes like you.
Right. And Memphis.
Right, right. So he like this at, you know what I'm saying? Because I think dude is from Detroit,
He is.
which is even more, you know what I mean? You know his game got some grime to it. He not
Right.
from Arkansas, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Nah, so Friday and Dago, the first game is at 10:35. Arizona against 10:35 in the morning. Dago time.
And they giving Arizona the first game.
Right.
Ain't they the number one seed in that pod?
Yes.
And they play a day game.
At 10:30.
That's stupid on every levels. Like as far as packing the crowd out,
So it's four games in Dago that day. And I was looking at the price. It was like, all right, you can get in for 120. And I was like, damn, 120? Does that get you all four games?
it should.
It only gets you the first two.
Okay.
It gets you the AZ game, and then right after them is Utah State versus whoever they play.
And then they clear it out.
Then the night session is Northern Iowa versus St. John's, followed by Cal Bat versus Kansas, and that get in price is like a note.
Oh,
And
it's
I'm like,
less?
yeah, I'm like a note for two games.
That's not bad.
It's like 50,
120 for two ain't bad.
right. Um, and you getting to see Peterson. Like I'm a
Right.
monitor.
The prices,
I'm gonna monitor this shit, right?
see if they go down a tad.
Because then Sunday also, like
Mm.
Sunday could be Kansas versus St. John's and Arizona versus Utah State. Like them might be the two games. I mean, that's probably gonna be the two games, barring an upset.
Right.
And that doubleheader would be dope as hell.
They ain't got prices for that yet.
I don't think so. And if they do, they high as fuck.
Mm.
Cause I mean, unless there's some upsets, like when upsets happen, then you got people who bought for the first two games
That's
thinking,
leaving.
right,
We going home.
right. But yeah, shit, we'll have a chance to chop it up more on the NCAA front. Let's get out of here on some bad news. Moving to the high school level.
Uh yeah. Nah, I mean, it's crazy because just like these lower level schools that we were talking about that got both in, Palisades got men and women's.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Men went to the semis of state and the women actually got to state, but they both took L's. You know what I'm saying? Like the men was a heartbreaking loss. Like they were up the whole game, you know what I'm saying? And then like the last couple minutes fell down and it was playing from behind the last few possessions. And that's we had talked about it going into the game, how to beat them you need to get them into the half court. And that's what Bakersfield did. I mean, they held them under 60 points, which again, you had mentioned was in y'all scouting report that hold them under 65 and they lose. They held us under 60. And it came down to the last two possessions where I felt like they didn't get, I'm not gonna say quality shots, but they could have gotten better shots than they got. And I feel like the ball should have been in 13's hands, which was one of the twins. And he probably didn't touch it on either one of the last possessions. It was the white dude, you know what I'm saying, creating, which is not really his strength. I feel like his strength is spotting up and letting the one twin create, and then he can find what's off of that. But having dude create, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't really creating for himself, and then he ended up getting the other twin like a shot from like hash. You know what I'm saying? The right-handed twin, which that's not their game. You know what I'm saying? So the men took an L, and then a couple days later, the women went up to Sacramento and took an L. I
They
mean,
got
huh?
they got blown.
Yeah, nah, the girls got handled. But the girls that they played, they had a chick that averaged like 35 a game, 35, 14. I guess she going to Long Beach State.
Right.
They had a 5,000 point scorer, a 3,000 point scorer, and 1,000 point scorer on that squad. And they scored all the points in that game. You know what I'm saying? So they had a big three that really played like a big three. What happened to Bakersfield in the chip?
They smoked it.
Oh, they
Smoked it.
lost?
Um, Lost by two.
Is that
Uh,
right? Who was
to
they
a squad
playing?
thing. San Joaquin Memorial, who they have already beat twice, because I remember saying last week that y'all versus Bakerfield was the chip, because the team y'all was going to see from NorCal was a team that Bakersfield had already beat
All right.
twice.
So
And
they
they,
lost.
yeah, big dude kind of choked. He missed a
Mm.
bunch of throws at the end. And
You say you missed a couple throws? That's what he was doing against us.
right. He was missing, like he was getting and ones against Shaw.
Right. And missing the air one.
Missing the throw, right. This game he was missing the layup,
And the
then having to
throws.
go to the line for two, right, and miss the throws. So
Mm.
he missed 3 out of 4 throws with like less than a minute left.
Mm. And they lost
All
by
of
two.
all of which would either tie the game or put them up.
Mm.
But they had the ball last possession. They had the ball and they kind of threw a lob to him, but it was coming from a dude who wasn't a guard. I mean, they just got out of they
Shorts.
got out of kilter, right, and had some people trying to do some shit that hadn't been doing that kind of shit the whole playoff run.
That's what that
Um,
pressure do. You know what I'm
right,
saying? I've been speaking on that, especially for the high school level. And I feel like that's what was our undoing. You know what I'm saying? Because our freshman PG probably played the worst game I've seen him play. And I feel like that's just young nerves. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy to hear that it happened the next week to Bakersfield. Because I was gonna say they held together against us, but that was at home. You know what I'm saying?
right,
You get out of that environment on a neutral court. Now all of a sudden you playing with some pressure. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Because if Dude had missed some free throws against us, they would have lost. I mean, it's crazy. They beat us by two, then they lose by two.
right,
So it sounds like it's a similar thing where, you know what I'm saying? It's how you know, playing mentally fatigue at the end. How hard, how firm can you be in those situations? And it's crazy because I was telling you this during the game, but the announcers in that damn UCS Palisades, the team from Bakersfield game was so biased. Like they was clearly rooting for Bakersfield. But towards the end, they was like, this Palisades team won't quit. They was like, usually we wear teams down. They said usually by this point at the game, we've already broken the other team. And I was like, dude, that's what we usually do to teams. You know what I'm saying? So for us, we like y'all holding up good because usually by now we pushed out. So it was cool to hear them acknowledge that they didn't think we was gonna be able to hold on like we was doing because this team, their team usually wears teams down. And it was like that was exactly our MO. You know what I'm saying? We usually get teams physically and mentally fatigued. So it sounded like they finally found a team that got them into that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because dude missing them throws at the end, that sounds like that's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
And the layups.
Right.
Like if
Yeah.
he don't make those plays against us, they lose.
Right.
Like he had an and one to put them up them two at the end. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, and I felt like y'all would have handled San Joaquin. They wouldn't have
Mm,
had nothing for them twins.
mm,
Um, yeah. NorCal ended up, I think it's 12 state games between the boys and the girls. I think NorCal ended up taking the series like either 8-4,
mm.
7-5,
Wow. Boys
some
and
shit.
girls. So it's 6 boys, 6 girls.
Yeah.
Mm,
And we didn't get many in SoCal. It might have been
damn.
like 8-4. Like after the first day, it was 3-3.
Mm.
And then Saturday, I felt like NorCal probably 6 games. They probably went 4-2 that day. The only ones we won was like the two open division, like
And I
Sierra
was just
Canyon.
gonna I was just gonna ask you who won the open.
Sierra Canyon won the boys, and Ontario Christian won the girls.
Uh,
And they was
okay.
both, yeah, they was both supposed to do that.
Right.
So they held up. So I mean, overall, I think they probably got us 7-5.
But we got the
Uh,
big one.
right. We got the two jokers type shit.
Right. Y'all can have these other books.
Right.
So who Sarah Canyon got a McDonald's kid, huh?
Two of them.
Oh, they do. Damn.
Legit. Like not Bronny type.
Right.
McDonald's niggas like these is two legit McDonald's dudes.
Uh.
I can't remember where they going, or if they've decided. I think one of them has decided, but nah, they both legit. One of them was at Narbonne as a freshman. His brother was a senior. He was a freshman on the squad, and
Okay. Those the dudes that fall back baby Glenn be talking about.
right.
Because he shouted the one out when he made McDonald's. And he was saying how during COVID he was playing with him and his older brother. He said he never knew the little kid would end up being as good as he is. He said at this point they were just working out with the older brother. So I guess this was
Right,
like 2020 or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
right. And the older brother signed with Kansas out of high school. So,
Mm, damn.
and the younger one did some on that level. I mean, he McDonald's, so of course he signed something crazy.
Right, right.
Might have been Duke. Like he's going somewhere top
Big.
five.
Mm.
Yeah.
So damn, that's the dude that fall back baby. Because when he got nominated, when he made McDonald's, he posted some shit and was saying how I was working out with him and his older brother during
Hmm.
COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, it's crazy that COVID been that long ago.
I know.
That he was a kid. He was saying he was a little kid. Now the nigga's a senior.
Right.
So that's 6 years. So he's probably 12.
Right. Nah, hey, my computer's literally about to die, man.
Okay. Well, yeah, we can wrap it up right here. Thank y'all for tuning in again, man. Please subscribe, like, share. You know what I'm saying? We've been peeping everyone that's watching, commenting, letting us know when they see us out in public. We appreciate y'all. We're gonna keep it going till the next one. I'm Kareem. That's my boy Rod. We out.